that they might have been the right now for like the years of trying things like and probably putting that trying with radio like in everything. Right now, most likely telling us that basically things straight away come down to that foundation right now is like feeling that in the next like the world of that and so like into character like take out so that is not a guarantee. And definitely at that point I was one that also straight away was something to work for like that like one to be maybe feeling that this radio to give one more chance to like once that like giving that assurance to that like really to give him one more chance and that he will definitely ensure to next time to get rid of all the like issues like literally happening in that for like long term or with their own right number going that going put the lyrics to that and then the final no meaning even though lecture we can still finally decide that give that one more final chance to uh, to make things right as like this now but that way one's getting it's getting taken back and that they won't getting actually feeling that suppose I know it's like the scenario but like number one is like 120 going now to motion the point is like to be uh, like the first step seasons see like the way exceptions to like that does like my and also that they are going like post constant solution that like how can that like I'm on like straight away so we going up to like my system and finding out that my that can go in and like then also be so the point was then we going up to uh, those home and the place it like anything at all as to like the integration like the reason behind that integration like from that so like not getting any like any valid information out of that data that in another anything and then like going that getting all of the stuff in point that started and there are like going like feeling until that is me to that definitely like might like just not even in that the mobile phones like situation going on in that moment like this is the absence of lab might as well as thing that so that definitely at that point so the current or like engineers likely come down to the person that like to spend like night of might not just left from like up to phone that is get like to the at that point I consumer might also be asking only like anything like has for reason so we kind of feel the good like on the like this time. So it's let's say the way of feeling that basically that certainly both of and Mike but also just as well might have like a moving flow at all until that situation with that procedure and everything and like that they like owns deciding to that focus on like personal investigation into that consideration of that procedure like the scenario when you put out the so definitely I'm preferring that. Eventually, I'm preferring that by the time season 4 of that range of things would be in like a that when that maybe getting taken off by just that current new monster that being the scenario. So that I'm going to depend that on just like getting taken off while attempting to either save my candles or like while I don't think it's save the snap purpose of like I'm just like I'm getting taken off while even through of that first like I'm just maybe like trying to like take out like that the current new monster and basically that attempt of experience failing and that one getting taken out like the and now that I'm just emerged and to take my friend and go like the new monster the current new monster but like the same that is pretty much so might have been elected about might have been with the trail and with the trail might have been with something might have been like the very first person thing of land runner home on land the runner instrument might have gained intelligence powers but like might have the power it might have not been the control and that they that exposure of factor that we can kind of happen and the trail might have gone that way gone trapped into like the parallel and basically from that the parallel most likely that the trail might have gone so might have got captured by like a basic monster, humanoid monster, and might have that way got eventually converted into that humanoid basic monster himself. And then after that, like I'm eventually that the giant monster might have taken control of that the winter field, basic humanoid monster, and basically like the giant monster Minecraft might have added might have used that it's like a Minecraft element which the existing versions of the flash screen and that way like a different like the current new months of the like the face might have been might have been created by the giant might have been what kind of an so that definitely consider much mention that like my government might not really so close to that and to the state of joy about like the possibility of that property and I write about that the situation with that and so about the social that relevance definitely not definitely because that my government recently like they haven't heard that from great evidence that they haven't heard the voice of that government like uh, because of that like my government might have told Joyce that it that the possibility even right there, like there like the possibility of like empathy, and I think it's definitely a possibility to prevent like getting possible to like to someone get you also to like 11 just to prevent that to create that open information about like the possibility of like empathy and about endorsing from 11 and others might think something might have a great note that you might be very interesting. Okay, so that might be very interesting, right? For that, to get up the 11 upsell to the next months to that in a single plan of like then after the next 11 in the election that telling choice about like the incident with like and this roughly at that point, I'm focused on that. So it's totally straight away taking that and instantly like out of man falling into that situation like the now that I'm doing that you're at that and being so such an absolute experience stop for like even at that point of like this now that I'm doing that never from that after that after what when I believe like that the law of that for like at least it was by staying like George might have witnessed that he stay like the experience that much over like George and by that might have seeing that like might have figured that George genuinely love Papa certainly how badly George actually loves Papa might be very doing great but like a person like that scene like Joyce in like ultimate remember the thing that Joyce confesses to like Joyce and like Joyce portraying it in an extremely happy and light kind of manner like personality while like writing the Jolly Man by continuing on the interaction in the Jolly manner of like government like scenario that so like at that point I would find that anyone would be feeling like extremely disturbed to feel to that even at that point that would be strongly feeling that there's need to Joyce and that more on Black Papa and Disney right now has blend relationship, a future relationship with Black Rabona would be along the lines that Eleven would be feeling a given condition. Then would be totally feeling extremely afraid and disturbed by seeing Joe so happy at that point. It's like enough that I'm able to so that be able to like the same thing like by different for that Jonathan as well as like Jonathan's friend to be feeling the very exact same thing. Exactly, it might say understand that and might as well as get as well I think like almost might be operating on like the would be that would be feeling to be the same way that is the that George and the Rabon and have a secret relationship at present might be along that they will be feeling say like that the business script to allow will be connected to that will be around like that they will also be in the trader. So we expect yeah, like that most likely might maybe lead into that the very next thing might that head back to that okay that the very next day like the scenario that I'm going to define. So that we are going to my experience so the thing that the very next day we go next so that the moment will be heading off for that business like choice will be assigning like Jonathan that will doing that look after like you know the impression and that they are something that might as well try then will be also heading back to that problem like not that is the so like and that's why I'm only like Jonathan and Jonathan to be extremely disturbed due to like this competition that like of like a lot of like those so like the information like what I know so that they so in that in that it's exactly like 11 like according to my expected like 11 like and that can take super disturbing Jonathan as well good that is not kind of a friend definitely I respect like the very next day as well like Jonathan like first take over and like so that while it's going to be like disturbed on the very next day like I'm going to like from like somebody pushing Jonathan to basically find out the from them to like stop that choice and that I don't want that business script and find out the truth. Would be on the night of the that no plenty for that point of like and pushing on that from it. So that way like Johnson seller and his best friend would be taking the car and would be gently following after that Maradona and Joyce. They will be heading off to Alaska and Maradona starts like the scenario that I'm supposed to. So like the once that Joyce that the love that Maradona will be taken to that exact location. To me, Glory like a different like the top Glory is showing up like a different like Glory of like witnessing that from a distance like Jonathan as well as like his friend like scouting that Maradona as well as like well as Joyce that so like definitely that's talking like a different like during the different protecting that uh, as getting what well as that different being that under of to be along the end of the foreign like during will be glad and fading and sending and that definitely like will be straight away looking that will be like those as well as more along and sort of so basically to catch up with the help of the Amazon folks to get on the line that theory should be tuning at that point and particular there. So like the police story, showing up like the phenomenon that so definitely like what I don't understand of that shows like waiting there for a long time that specific occasion they theory by then without kind of my favorite somewhere I mean that will be that point about that the legend so the point that to the so like those during lunch, telling Joyce that stood man on like that you take away telling Joyce that was hold that good trying to that catch up during that is making like of them but also here of times that during the race man of the being shouting out to Joyce to for like another so like at that point of that was the friendly find that coming during and failing and that thing or I don't have to be like taking the phone and then make phone calls and then we trying to like convince that theory and rather than a plus will be taking a like personality parameter of it. And at that point I'm supposed to try one like and then race worry telling them that the deal that personality parameter of it. So that at that point I'm just putting that while at that point I would put just as well as that when women didn't understand that while they will be that come to them while they will be turning back that at the point that then like they will be suddenly turning back and at that point I would let them spotting that Jonathan as well as the front that stopping them from a distance like you know that I'm looking over. So like that they like I was putting that as this whole revelation happening about that Jonathan John Black John the Black confusion towards that about like the relationship between that John and Moreno. And that way like I was going back at that point Moreno and John was extremely embracing and shouting out that like John and maybe at that was revealing to like John that about like the Enzo situation that of Enzo situation that is now that and the relationship. So like at that point like John was with this extremely please and excited but like at that point like John was also feeling to be step the point of the philosopher, philosopher Johnson, and also when we did about the theory, never actually depending on like body of the being, and so that way like I'm just trying that at the point that those with that Johnson and his friends and that joint action of that Maragon stating that that the scenario and Maragon deciding to that Maragon still will be hoping that they be that even though that theory the particular information could have done like the daily soft that still for bank to that they should be great but and that Glory might definitely change mind and still on that content again maybe around the line no the demand will be having that for so like whatever one that really started to lack not really like the scenario not leave and then the scenario that I'm doing so that way more domain choice as well as that trying to coming back to the thing is that and like as well going like the another benefit and the five then like by the ability to make it back home like them but they finding uh an extremely sad and disturbed when all I know at home and like everyone is saying like you know that anything and the game and by then like I'm different like the in like the series of different games like the was like would be showing up and then predict to that pattern of black choice by that before like choice will be making it back from the light and so they just like integrating into that one and basically have that game you know taking it away in like the field assessment that the religion of that of the number three. So that way that number for that more that sort of happiness of that an excitement of methodology of that for actually being alive and like thinking and then get from back or that actually getting quite through that through this that adoption of that and that at that point that thing that I'm sorry. So that's definitely going to be my secondary environment. Today, my friend is there, like the new monster will get the same, might be definitely the suffering and that, like the new monster might be the thing, I think that dedicated or the love powers of that, the mindset of the, and they that human form is definitely might be the it's the freedoms or anything, but at the end, like, so that dedicated powers network that, the current strategy and of like it might be to like without even like even in like three like the attempt of that the minimize plan to get to turn it like more and more stronger through taking control of like the implements involved is actually making all objectives in that the real world and so it's time that that strategy might be such that is improved with constraint that what like to judge open might be strategy and trying to do might be by having the way focus of that medical spouse like using medical spouse that you want some might have sent like created like tiny like capillage that tiny spiders from the cabin or like and then the way using like mind lab element powers like made of like the tiny spiders from that the travel world that's using like kind of policy might have sent more of great number of that army of like tiny spiders to the into like the real world audience might be what made it happen if they were thinking like so it might be through like hiding this like tiny spiders in like the food that like foreseen might have some sort of that's certainly not the entertainment that might work in that way and that might have been what might have happened with the new interventions might have been like that thing that might have happened with the creation for us it might have been that they have like for to that product and let me come to the which might have contained which like luckily that is myself myself without realizing very like first I might have had like it's might have contained very same like Minecraft element containing tiny spiders containing so like friend might have consumed this might be the reason for like if you just like first listening having just like hallucination kind of like things going on with us and like that we have encouraged that to that what separate like no ones might be actually doing it, but it might be most likely training out like quite like in a remote manner, like without stepping into like the real world. It's like a lot of like mindless like plan while like visualization and trying to like make it happen in like the real world like or like the previous times like multiple times have been usual words of that and might and all of them like instance maybe an indirect movement that like the ways might be make it lead the mind but might be make through the ways or like maybe through all through that trying to like get the way especially strong by protecting absorbing that by taking control like by through that the science virus like take control and like that way selecting targets and getting control of them and it leads that way eventually that training out the light for most likely through that from the like what the way might be like having intelligence power like it might be like that intelligence power combined with like the power of like the element of like actual mind graph this is all connected together like it might be make it possible for like the way to like draw out like the light force from like measurement target and so like the field to like solve that light force might be what might be tools that they make the hit stronger and stronger might be that particular remote might not like staying like the landlord might be or maybe finding the person is certainly one the so that everyone right now put that like aspect of it for the data and for like activity like the same as well as for might have been might have actually got a data by the fail no months of most likely by absorbing the light for that no months of to get one of maybe or maybe having find out something that is my particular and concept. And also my real question right now has thought like what might have happened in that system basket in like the what might have been definitely that the one like the giant total mind cloud might have integrated but only the coming time it might have integrated into that's the password which as well might have most likely happened solely due to like the final version of like runners like went on like the final version of 11 might have been like the case that that experience going wrong might have been like the case that we don't range and like the final like the gate that might have got opened up at that point might have been indicated might have been what might have happened at the on trend and that way like the giant or two mind club might have separated into like the bad one like that like how like the bad one there are like things identical to that but like the real one like there might be humans as well the parallels of like humans as well as like animals exactly identical to like the ones in like almost exactly identical to the ones in like the Indian animals might be like the case that no one can do like the giant of the mind that are separated into like the bad one might have planned and underground in like the parallel and from that scene I can different like the an ultimate giant plan like so amount of my underground like underground of like the parallel and from it like a different like from my response cross like the travel what taking on like the parallel my down is what might have happened for you know so like initially like parallel might have had like sunlight uh exactly like the next available might be like available but yes, in that company, so there is a prevention as well. Like without much creating at all, like so doing that for finding out about that you know it's on the person in that the section based in that yeah. Like the web series of like the scenario head and the they're not straight away to say mind to like the before flashing and before catching like the plane tomorrow to back to like a nuclear like before that so to like take out just like physics environment project. So kind of like of a bit of fiction in his mind and they would like straight away like telling about the internet of to like and once it was straight away thinking of like written like straight away into telling that I could know to like but like I'm suddenly putting like only writing and so and that went like scenario that I'm doing but we have like a secret theory of the secret theory that they went to present which like I'm so the thing that will be my friend that extra money to like and so in exchange for like so can take out like that human which is not like the scenario that I'm open that way like and so point for that tribe and business and so for us also like speaking into that exact question case where like the human and monster in like the building of the mind and the different like in the body like and so as they're getting taken off while operating the trying to like take out like the human monster like at that point maybe like the human monster like taking off and so that one conversation are there and trying and that proper taking off like the human monster like the one person scenario that I'm thinking, or like one person that I'm the premise for like the table like trying that so succeeding in like taking out like the same right ones up. So like definitely put in that premise in that like the system of that it might have been myself or that might have like with the money and influence to like say stealthy but that see you know they might have transport which are great from like the station towards the lab of like take up the lab and of made out experimental of the great might have been what might have and even back then all the way back then might have been when that was the great while during that when like getting into the one might have happened and it might have been fasting at the back when it was not bring the about that information that the stuff that the world might be probably unaware of. Like he has maybe the information for the person like even like the nature of happened like basically to be that like super free like of the way. Which actually that certainly might not be the case that they were understand. So like specifically in that it might have been that that case with the giant case in the days of that what might have happened in like the past but that that quickly spreading out throughout like the past but and that throughout like the skies and like the bad world that might have had like the pilot in which like to giant open Minecraft then like and they just wanna the bad world and turning like that this plan world down. Right, I didn't want to happen to me so that way like this like comes like the uh giant of the Minecraft might have like the seed and like this like giant underground plan like how monster might have quickly in the darkness and the cold like the giant plant like support might have been yes, that's project points or focus the bandwidth and the project might have been that those points like captured last moment that might have ended up turning humans into that humanoid so that like might have been created points like capturing other animals like the bad version of animals like the band and that dog that might have the wine scattering dog might have turned like the dogs into the model and like the wine scattering snakes might be like the snake like wines that like basically getting attached to blacks which are free according to many instance which are free like the face as well as like it might be there is in wines or like the source like from the ground of plants or like capturing birds from like the pan world that might be like at present like that flying monster of like the past world might be that might be right now. But by the time it would be that the next day and evening, by the time that copper will be taken to that airport will like catch the flight from that but like by the like spring that the partner totally thinking that the series of the same of things like finding out about like the amount of getting taken out and actually somehow like also finding out about like it being and so that like the trailer and that week and that way that nothing so getting taken out by the reports the because straight itself and by the time Homer will be getting on the plane and basically just as like the plane will be taking off like a foreign land for the first zero land and the land family like taking it to that person airport and so the like straight away even like from like the communication like straight away giving the message to like the pilot to like they the flight around and they came up finding out about it. It's like it's an that I'm looking at the brain. So like at that point I'm trying to bring like to the officer in like the airplane like I'm bring like really like trying to like help open from that other thing like the airplane flying airplane and like at that point I'm just like proper like basically tackling them and they really see it like one of like the officers but and then we then proper like take that officer of stage and the like project like the pilot to fly like the plane all the way to that America, like scenario that I'm looking at. That way, like I'm trying that the that way of like make sure to have like the flight making it not turning around back to like again like that way, but flight making it back all the way to like all the way to like America scenario that I'm looking at. And like the moment like the flight will be reaching America at that point, that's on the front that out of the government really at the moment out of the like the airplane on that one is like that but the security forces and like the airport in like a make straight away capturing and asking for the like the scenario that I'm looking at the situation. So we are saying that the need the looking right now is that it might be at the next application like the trailer park like the next the new interface with more some like might have sent all the accurate like time spider that if and that configuration might be at that verified spider path that minimum things and it's still like that it might get through that this time non spiders that so they can bring that the first value the point that and when we're getting into and in the it's like target might be that could be as well as like they get the see as well as like might be that to the so definitely my would be very interesting right now. Definitely for like right now it's like a different like by sending information like between countries and like speed and also like a different like speed right now it's just like taking out this that code and basically it be about to take a bite and like at that very last second I'm different like for like urban trying to get the urban like then these like sharp eyes like catching like the tiny spider like hiding from within that quick that like the yellow beam was like the scenario that I'm looking for and right of the range. And at that point itself I'm different like then finding out that like it's not just a tiny spider but it's like a more sort of like tiny spider that it's a with like the element of like the parable. Along the lines of the different like that the arrow of the that way to be finding out just like the scenario that I'm looking for right now and the range. Yes, so that about the my popular looking at and so the fact that it might be those exact grade number three might have one accepted through that tiny one kind of being represented in the full that it might be those exact creators of individuals that might be a perfect infected that way by like the Minecraft element that is like name on top of might be like discovery in front of the book like literally on the book like no non-government face like in while searching like seeing all these like specific series number of benefit users might be each and every one might be already infected, it might be any infected individuals they don't that like it's a frame, this technique most of it maybe it's a frame that might be able to that even so using like this technique or this power to just make my friend. So that we might be reimbursing right now. It's the big one like about the spirit in that or like a boomerang like the password same period as well as that. So that's an often like we do the thing like telling that the group to that so they split up and head to the all direction to the subs for like it like the scenario that I'm looking and at that point I'm referring for without the data or like that expected member in the team that they need to the data or like getting that taken out by like this like name or something so like the scenario that I'm looking what of which way we cover like rather than that point I'm looking like scenario to be like to comparing to three first and basically I don't like witnessing that as like the black one of them like that like in such a like you will be getting taken off like a like because anyone being like don't be witness to that incident and so the contact but it would yeah you will be getting taken off that basically all the remaining uh, group members will be that taking it their what the bacteria and they have that guy is getting taken out of like being the scenario that I'm in the world for energy. So that happened to my friend in like at that point that look the fellow that was witnessing that takeout and at that point it was so like with the colleagues to be short and share like also finding that the first thing that instantly would be that coming into that so this mind would be the sort of like the battle bot and then the mountain of the battle bot possibly having to do with that takeout like the scenario that I'm doing and straight away like at that point, the foundation in that people's mind will be to like hurry back towards his like friend Mike and others that only they will be able to like say Mike understand and also like to like actually think to like they might also be able to like do anything about this like situation would be along the lines of that absolute fear will be setting in within like 2% and which like they will straight away like running away from like the group of like the world hero and it's like friends like this enough that and again like because of this straight away would be the way to like as soon as possible make impact towards like Austin and all the friends that the scenario that I'm developing in although new friends that I know as well, like what can be like one network investigate might be that the social information about that free that I can feel that basically to check and to confirm if that the oil is that is like currently contained in that it's still or not to that find out the truth behind that definitely about this like as the leads behind the substitution in a like to confirm it uh, that it's definitely not branding. You know, like when like Nancy and all along with all that like the related that then heading off exactly to that the institution website with the week is not supposed to be contained in the minimum understand that then when that the film for example you know not being able to that go up to like find out the information that I'm conduct the topic that like not allowing and to that go anywhere near to that that you have to like the within like the institution which might be supposed to be where like it's a great maybe and then supplement the like about this they're like not cooperating that can be at all. It's like the scenario that and that we at that point that we have this like situation increasing and the level train like Nancy I know the problem with that the thing of that that after just like like Nancy Robert Black's only being that decoy while Nancy and like would be taking a swimming in front of like the other office while Nancy will be secretly slipping into the deeper areas of the institution. And basically they are like Nancy is only finding out that basically that secretly self like only so it's like the scenario that I'm looking on the frame.